Keefe, it's the Dork Podcast. Ryan Davey, it's the Dork Podcast. Hashtag, it's the hashtag Dork Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Rick Rude Von Dick Dude. Davey, how are you?
All right. I'm all right.
Yeah, good.
Not with company here, for God's sake.
Sorry about that. But we have a special guest today, and this is rarefied air. We have had only a handful of guests. It's usually just Davey and I talking about Star Wars and Marvel. But joining the ranks of Adam Cole from AEW and Callie Shatera, the actress from Weapons, and Trey Chaney from The Wire, we have Red Sox starter Lucas Giolito. Lucas, how are you?
I'm good. Excited to be here, guys.
Well, I'm excited to have you on, and let's get started. For people who don't know, your connection to movies and your family connection to TV and movies is pretty remarkable, from your mom and your uncle and your grandfather. Can you just tell the listener all your connections that you have to movies and TV?
Yeah, I definitely come from an entertainment family. That's for sure. On my mom's side, I guess starting with my grandfather, Warren, he was in theater, he was in television, and he was, he was a working actor for a very long time. And his, the thing people know him for, he played Henry Ross on Seinfeld, which, unfortunately, I didn't watch enough of Seinfeld to really have a full understanding of his character. I believe that he played one of the main characters, girlfriend's dad. There's he has a story arc where his cabin gets burned down. He has a story arc where he was I think he was closeted homosexual, and he had all these letters with his lover that kind of get pulled out. And so, yeah, he had that role. He did other stuff throughout the years. But yeah, then my mother, so his daughter, Lindsay, she was a working actress for a very long time, starting in New York. She, did plays and everything. I should mention my dad was as well. They met in theater school in Milwaukee. They were in the program over there and then moved to New York together. And they would do plays and stuff like that. My mom's career kind of took off, and my dad just but yeah, my mom did a soap opera for a long time. She replaced Meg Ryan's character on As the World Turns. She was in a Pulitzer Prize winning play on Broadway called M. Butterfly. And then since then, she did a ton of TV, movies, stuff like that. She was in the horror movie The Ring. She was in a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger at one point. And yeah, what else? My uncle.
Let me jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say, because it's amazing, and I think so. Davey and I are both 10 years older than you, and so Seinfeld was in our house every single Thursday, and your grandfather's character was hilarious because they have obviously their core four characters, but then all the side characters they would bring in, and so he was George Costanza's father-in-law to be, and the interactions that they had were so funny and some of the most memorable stuff from that show. And then it's funny when you mention your mom being an actress and then being in The Ring, and I'm like, oh my God, who did she play in The Ring? And I'm looking it up. So for those that saw The Ring, which is probably most people listening, the Naomi Watts's sister in the movie. So the character early on, I think it's Amber Tamlin, actually, the actress, who watches, right, Davey? Yeah, watches the video and dies. Her mother is played by Lucas's mother, and then that's Naomi Watts' character's sister. So one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in theaters. That was an all-timer.
I never saw it.
You still have never seen it?
I never saw it. Horror is my least favorite genre. No. One, and two, that movie came out when I was 11.
Yeah.
And I remember my older cousin, she went and saw it in theaters, and it terrified her to the point where she had to sleep with the lights on for a month, And so I heard that from her, and my mom didn't even bother to go and see the movie either. She didn't really care. So really? Yeah, she never liked watching stuff she was in.
Okay.
So yeah, with all that, I never saw that movie. But she did do one movie that I just think is amazing called Dead Heat.
Oh yeah.
It's like this zombie. God, how do I even describe it? It's like I wouldn't put it in like a B movie category, but it's just like very raunchy, and like the male leads, you have like the machismo guy and like the more put together smart guy. It's very, very cheesy. Like, exactly what this is going to be. And my mom plays like the romantic interest, whatever. And she like melts and turns into a zombie at one point in the movie, which I found hilarious, and I've seen that a couple times. That's one.
I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually seen this movie. I went on this tear in like high school where I was like renting all of these like horror movies that my friends and I were like, oh, this looks hilarious. And I remember specifically the box art of this. It's Joe Piscopo, Rich.
Yeah,
like,
Joe Piscopo. Yeah.
And I remember him having like this like super tight like t-shirt on. It was like Joe Piscopo was like this nerdy guy on SNL, and then all of a sudden got like super ripped for no reason whatsoever.
I'm looking at the poster
and
for
so
it.
like I remember him like having this like yeah, and I remember seeing like that's ridiculous. And I remember watching this movie, and that's fantastic. I thought this movie was a fever dream until you just brought that up. Like I didn't remember ever seeing it until you mentioned it.
It's
Dead Heat.
Dead Heat. It's called a buddy cop action zombie comedy film.
Yes. It really is like a fever dream. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, when I showed my girlfriend that one, she was cracking up, and then my mom, like in her first entrance, she's like, "Oh my God, your mom's so hot!" And like we immediately called her, and I'm like, "Guess what we're watching?" And I like flipped the camera around, and my mom's like, "Oh my God, come on!"
How'd you find that? I'm looking at Vincent Price was in it too. That's amazing. So did she work with Vincent, or did she like did tell you any stories about Vincent Price? Because he's like that guy's a legend.
Let me look up. I don't know these names.
But he's like from the. What would it be, Dave?
Oh, Vincent Price.
Yeah. So he's like the old time horror.
I've never asked her about Vincent Price. I asked her about Joe Piscopo. She said she really liked him.
Nice. That's pretty funny.
Shane Black was in this.
She said she really liked one of the actors. I don't remember. Whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much that on my grandpa and mom. And then my uncle Warren is my uncle Mark is a writer. He's written fiction, nonfiction. He's done a lot of sports stuff. He did a book on the World Series between the Reds and the Red Sox in, what was it, the 70s?
Yeah, was that 75 World Series?
75, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
He did, what did he write? The Greatest Game Ever Played, which Disney bought, and then they turned that into a movie. He wrote the screenplay for that. I got to go to the premiere for that. I met Shia LaBeouf, which was sick.
Yeah.
I went to the premiere for that movie when I was like 8 or 9 or whatever when that movie came out. And watching the movie, Shia LaBeouf was sitting right in front of me, and I got to meet him. And that's like coming off of Holes, So I was God, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, it's incredible.
But yeah, he did Twin Peaks with David Lynch, the cult classic TV show. And then they did the reboot, which I didn't see yet. I'll probably get around to that at some point. But yeah, he did that with David Lynch. Then the whole family was in that. My dad was in a show within the show. Like he got a role. There was like a soap opera that the characters would watch.
Yeah.
It was like this weird meta thing they had going on. And my dad was one of the characters in that soap opera within the TV show. My other uncle, who's also a writer, Scott, he had like a cameo. Warren was in it. He played like the doctor. For some reason, my mom wasn't in it. Yeah.
Do
I
you
think
have
she was doing something else at the time.
Do you have any desire to when your playing career is over to act at all?
No, I have zero. I've never had any desire. My little brother though is an actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama in Cardiff and got classically trained, 3-year program, came back, COVID hit, but then eventually moved to LA. And he's living there, and he's got his agent, his manager. He's grinding, doing his auditions, and yeah, hopefully something will hit for him here soon.
All right, I think one question that you could, he'd be a podcaster. One question that I think helps learn, you can learn a lot about a person is sort of like I don't know if you're on Letterboxd or not, but like the Letterboxd
top 4. That's
top
tough.
4. Very tough, and I know it can be you could on the daily, but as of right now, middle of September 2025, what would be the Lucas Giolito Letterboxd 4?
This might take me a minute. Some of them come quickly. Saving Private Ryan, Goodfellas.
Last week on the podcast, we stumbled upon the fact that at the MTV Movie Awards, there's something about Mary beat out Saving Private Ryan for Film of the Year.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a good movie.
It is.
It's not that good.
Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is just like, to me, it's like it's just so epic and awesome.
Yeah.
And then again, there's like another connection. It's always connection things. Like my dad was a video game producer, post acting career. That was his real career. And he did the Medal of Honor series, which was based on Saving Private Ryan. So like I got to play the game and then the movie and everything. So that's my favorite. And I love Scorsese. So Goodfellas, it could be like, for me, it's like Goodfellas, Casino, or like this. It's just depending on what I feel like. Man, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like go a little bit more outside the box for some of my other favorites.
Maybe Dead Heat.
Yeah, no, I really, what's it called? You'd think I should be able to like know the name off the top of my head. I'm really bad when I get put on the spot. I just like go blank. Why am I forgetting the name of this movie?
I should have prepped you for this. David,
no, it's okay.
David, do you have your Letterboxd 4 off the rip?
Off the top of my head, so like Big Lebowski, this is Spinal Tap, probably Shawshank,
okay,
and maybe Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, hard not to have
It's
Empire.
a Sean Baker movie, not a Nora. Florida Project. I love Florida Project.
Oh, that was Florida Project. Yeah,
I love Florida Project. Yeah.
Sad for sure.
So sad. I love movies like that. This is another thing I get into argument with my girlfriend. Whenever a movie has like an ambiguous or sad ending, it makes me enjoy it more. And she likes where it's more like tight and wrapped up, and it's like here's what happened. That's also why I love The Sopranos so much.
All right.
But
you're a big Inception guy then. Did you see Inception?
I saw Inception in theaters when it came out, and I think I was a little too young and not like educated enough just around like film and how it works and themes and all that kind of stuff that I kind of learned later on. I would probably have to I would have to go and rewatch it. I'm trying to think of a fourth movie. I think I have to go Kubrick, and for me, it's gotta be Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going Full Metal
Jacket.
Jacket.
These light-hearted movies that just kind of whimsical.
I'm not. I need like the heavy, emotional, That's what kind of draws me in.
All right, so Saving Private Ryan, Goodfellas, Florida Project, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
right.
I'll take that for now.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you don't like horror movies, but you do like I mean, you got a war movie in there. You got like
I like thrillers, like Seven's great. I like the only thing about horror I don't like is jump scares. Mm-hmm. It's like a big, for me, it's like a big drop on a roller coaster. Like, it's a weird analogy to make, but like on a roller coaster, I don't mind the twists and turns and loops and corkscrews. Mm-hmm. The big drop where like you really feel it, and it's like, and that like jump scares do that to me, where it's just loud out of nowhere and really bright, and like some freaky images on the screen for like a split second. I'm like, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah,
I like more of like a something that's messing with your head, emotional, kind of psychology based type of thriller.
Yeah.
So I like I like the Jordan Peele movies a lot. I enjoy that kind of brand of horror.
Yeah, there's one he's got coming out this week. Well, no, he produced it. It's not one of his directed movies, but it's the movie Him, which looks interesting. Not to be cliche and ask you about sports movies, but we're doing football month here on the podcast. We reviewed Varsity Blues last week. We're going to do the program later tonight. Before we get to baseball, do you have a favorite football movie? You don't have to.
the one about the offensive lineman that
Blindside.
Adopted. Blindside's good.
Blindside.
I like that movie. But then I read that there was all sorts of issues. The guy didn't like how they made it, and he said it was very inaccurate.
I think the family and Michael Orr, who is the player who went on to play for the Ravens, I think they had a whole falling out.
They had a falling out issue. But it was a cool story. I like
the movie
that.
was solid. What about baseball movies? What's your relationship with baseball movies? Obviously, you're very close to it. Is there ones that you enjoy at least, or are you just kind of roll your eyes at most of them?
There are some I enjoy for sure. Bull Durham is the number one. It's the most real. It really encapsulates, again, it's period, right? I played minor league baseball in 2012 to 2016, 2017. But it's so much of that still applied. So much of it still applied. It's very real. It's I can tell watching that movie, they did their research, Moneyball. I can tell they did their research. Trouble with the Curve is dog shit. That's horrible. So sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Way worse than this.
All right,
that was going to be my follow-up question. And not to draw a parallel, but the show I coached and played hockey, I played junior hockey, but the show Shoresy, I appreciate it more because it's I know everyone in that locker.
Yeah.
I know. And so from a baseball player standpoint, there has to be things I'm interested, specifically, what's real about it, or what's the fake shit about it that you don't like? When you see something in a baseball movie, that's stupid. What makes you angry, or what makes you happy to see?
Bad portrayal of the mechanics of baseball.
Yeah.
When they bring in an actor that's wiry and unathletic, and they try to get in, he probably worked with a random pitching coach for a week, and they're yeah, this is good enough. You know what I mean? And he's tossing in a ball at 60 miles an hour or less. And I'm supposed to believe that this is, 100, or this is a nasty slider. I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah, you're talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. from Summer Catch is what that sounds like. I think
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, they're trying their best, but I don't know. Is that on the studio? Is that on the actor? They don't care. It's not important to them. As a baseball player, I find it important. I want it to be, a good realistic portrayal. If this is a super prospect that throws the nastiest curveball I've ever seen. Like, at least use CGI or something to make it look like that.
Yeah. We hear those stories like Charlie Sheen hit like mid upper 80s.
Charlie Sheen, I have mad respect for when it comes to the baseball stuff. He played baseball. And so he went into it already having experience and like kind of knowing what was up.
The one thing I don't like though is he had like a 13-inch glove, and that his glove is just massive.
Mine's almost 13 inches.
Is it that big? Or you're a big dude.
12 and 3/4.
You're a lot bigger than Charlie Sheen.
That is true.
It looks huge on it. Like it looks like
it does. Yeah. The prop. That's again the prop department too. It's like, do a little research, go in and talk to some clubbies and stuff, figure it out. But I think Major League's great. I think Major League is hilarious and holds up pretty well. I think that Major League and Bull Durham are both comedies, but Major League leans in more. You get more of like caricatures of these people, whereas like Bull Durham, it's like I've played with Nuke Lelouch's. Like I know what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about now? Like obviously you're really busy during the season. Do you get a chance to go to the theater, or are you watching a lot of old stuff just like on off days and plane rides? Like how are you keeping up with movie and TV now?
It's a mix. Like sometimes we'll go to the theater and check out something if I'm interested in seeing it. I get so much stuff from my brother. My little brother Casey, who I mentioned is an actor, is obviously super into it, and he has like the AMC Gold Pass program or whatever, where he goes to the theater all the time because it's like you subscribe into it. So he goes and sees everything. And he'll go and see a movie where I'm like, dude, why are you wasting your time? You're wasting 3 hours to go and watch this piece of crap. I'm very judgmental, but he'll go and watch it. And so a lot of the time I'll be like, is this worth seeing? And he'll be like, yes or no, or you'll probably like it or you won't like it. So I go off a lot of his opinion because we're like kind of the same person. I'm just 5 years older than him. But yeah, the last one he recommended to me was Weapons. He's like, definitely go and see Weapons. And I haven't gotten around to it yet. It has been super busy around here, but I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, Weapons was awesome. We did a review of Weapons. We had a good time with that. What about like TV series? You watch a new series? You going back and like finding old series that you've missed and like catching up on those? Where are you at TV wise right now?
Yeah, again, it's a mix. It's usually searching for new stuff. I was telling you back, whatever it was a few weeks ago, I watched Andor and I was blown away and I was happy to see they won Emmys. But yeah, it's kind of like I have all my streaming service subscriptions and I'll hop on there and see what's popping off. I'll, go online, see what's trending or popular, and I'll check that stuff out. Or sometimes I'll just start watching something on my own. Like I watched the most recent thing I watched was on Apple TV. It was that comedy series with Owen Wilson. He's like the ex-golf pro.
Yeah. Yep.
Stick. Yeah. I like Mark Maron, so I watched that one. And so, yeah, I mean, I'll kind of just hop around. Usually I feel like Netflix doesn't have like the best selection a lot of the time. So like, we'll just watch the documentaries and stuff on there. I also like documentaries a lot and true crime and all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Wrong Number's been all over the place. So you checked out Wrong Number? Looked them up.
It ruined like 2 days. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm like, why?
It's been like 2 weeks. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, that was insane. So spoiler alert on Unknown Number, the catfish thing. What was so good about that documentary was, a lot of times if you don't know the story, you can kind of piece it together based on like who they are talking to and who they aren't talking to and like that kind of thing. But like the whole time, the person who done it is talking to you the whole time, and then like they reveal it like halfway through, and you're like, good lord.
Like, oh, that was terrible. The other thing, and Rich and I'm speaking for Rich here, but wholeheartedly, 2 episodes in, we can fully recommend Task on HBO. It's the Mayor of Easttown people.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Task.
Task.
I'm throwing that on a different tab real quick.
Yeah, Task is very good. Alien Earth is good. We're watching that right now.
You know what I saw? That show, the HBO show won over Severance. I was really surprised. I didn't even watch it. The medical drama.
Oh, The Pit.
Oh,
the Pit.
I watched it. I'm not a huge that's a genre that's not really for me, and I respect it as being very good for what it was. I like the premise where it's like shot in real time, so like it's 15 episodes, so it's 15 hours in an ER, and like Noah Wiley's great, the cast is great, but yeah, I liked Severance way more. Did you watch Severance?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah, you did. Good.
Severance was S tier, like top tier television. Fantastic.
Yeah. I can't wait.
I can't wait for like next season.
I have this. I love binging shows that I like, and I hate the fact sometimes that it's a weekly show. So I remember watching Severance and just like you said, I don't know what's happening and just kind of screaming at the television like, what the fuck is going on? Like at the end of every episode. So
I was all over Reddit with Severance, like so much Reddit for like the 5-6 days you had to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Task looks cool. I have it on my other monitor here.
Yeah,
I love Mark Ruffalo.
Yes,
he's so good in it too. And talk about your guy, right?
Tom Pelphrey. I love Tom Pelphrey. That guy's killing it in this. He was good in Banshee. He was good in Ozark.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question though, Davey. You kind of brought up. Would you rather binge watch a show, or would you rather sort of the weekly watch one episode, talk about it with friends for a week, and then watch the second episode? What do you prefer?
When binging became the norm, I loved it. And there was some series that I would watch where I would just wait for the whole season to come out and then binge it. But I've realized over time that you're not consuming it properly. I don't think that it is. It's kind of. It kind of adds into like where we're at in a society with the short attention spans and all this stuff going on. I found that series that I watched in 2 days, I don't remember anything.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't remember anything. I have to I'm like, wait, that was what episode? I'm like, what's going on? Whereas, and I really noticed this with Severance. I didn't know Severance existed. And then I see people talking about it. And I go on Apple TV. I'm like, oh, Severance, this looks cool. And we watched the first season and we binged it over like 2 or 3 days. And it was great. And I'm like, this is awesome. When's season 2 coming out? Oh, it's coming out in a week. All right. We were so pumped off of season 1 that I was like, we got to watch it weekly. And I had such a more fun experience watching it weekly in season 2 than binging the first season. So I think that if there's anything that I anticipate and that I look forward to coming out, I'm just going to start watching it regular.
Yeah, that's what we've ended up doing here is we've almost done like weekly recaps of certain shows. So like Severance was one of those shows this last season that like the show come out and then we would discuss each individual episode because there's just too much to unpack, because then for the purposes of this, you get to the end of it, you're like, here's like 8, 10, 9, 10 hours of like dense stuff that you can't really unpack that whole thing.
You're missing so much.
Yeah.
And so it was funny to do those right after the show aired. It was like we'd do it like 10 minutes after the show aired. We'd hop on here, go live, and just be like, all right, let's go. And even then, we would talk about things, or someone would mention something, and I would think about it all week.
Yeah.
Like they would have like a theory, or like they would like what if this? And then I would think about it all week. And like I think you're right. I think depending on the show, like Tiger King, I could binge that, and that's whatever. Or like Wrong Number, same thing. But I think Severance is that show.
The true crime documentary is like I think meant to sort of just
like the show on your shirt, Tires. Like that's a binging show.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Tires. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I like Shane
It almost
Gillis.
caused a fight on the podcast, but
What happened?
Wait, why?
So it's very Rich is one of those people. It's very difficult to like recommend things to him because like, he gets. Not to speak for you, but you, like you said, if something's overhyped, you're going to get mad at me.
That's true.
Like,
I
try not to overhype things.
That's true.
So I binged the whole first season, and another close friend of ours, like we mentioned it to him, oh, you might like this, and he was like, you two, like, what the hell are you talking about? This is the funniest show I've ever seen. Like, why didn't you tell me?
You guys soft played the whole thing. You're like, yeah, you might kind of like it. And I'm like, this is exactly what I like. Like, this was amazing. I love it.
I get it though. You don't want to set someone's expectations too high. It's like when you're sitting down on the couch next to somebody, and it's like, oh, look at this hilarious YouTube video, and you're like,
and you watch,
man, I hope he likes it.
Well, that's my problem. I feel like even on the radio show, I've hyped up Sinners so much, and it's sort of like the obvious. It's like everybody's favorite movie. Not everybody. It's a lot of people's favorite movie from this year, and I'm like, it's my favorite movie of like the last 5 years. And then people, based on that recommendation, come back to me and they're like, you way overhyped it. I'm like, well, maybe I did. But I stand by it. I
don't
still
think I did.
It.
You're wrong.
That's another one I need to see. I didn't see Sinners either.
Oh, for sure. You mentioned like Kubrick and you mentioned Scorsese. What about like current directors? Is there a guy? Maybe Jordan Peele. Actually, you did mention too. Is there like a director where
one of my favorites right now?
Yeah. That like
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh, okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos. I think I love how bizarre it is and crazy and different. Yeah.
I watched was it Poor Things?
Yeah, Poor Things. Right? Yeah. Emma Stone's like his muse now.
I was gonna say she's in everything that he's in now, right?
Yeah. We went and saw Poor Things in theaters. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. But the first movie I saw of his was that movie Dogtooth, which it was like the sisters. It was like I walked in, my wife started it, and it was like the weirdest goddamn movie I've ever seen. When the dog, it was in the middle of that like dance scene when the dogs. You seen that one? They're like dancing around. That was a weird movie.
No, I haven't. Yeah, what's the new one he's got coming out? Is it Begonia?
I look forward to that.
That's already getting.
I'll be checking that out.
Yep, that's getting like Oscar buzz already, and it's not even out, and people are already saying that's going to be incredible.
Yeah. It's crazy how much stuff comes out. I don't even notice. Like he's put out another movie since Poor Things.
Oh yeah, the Kinds of Kindness, which I never saw, but that did really well. Emma Stone's in that one. Jesse Plemons is in that one.
Yeah, but like Killing a Sacred Deer, The Lobster, The Favorite. Like it's just so out there, and it's like all of them are so wildly different. I just like how his brain works. It's very creative.
Yeah.
I love that, like the Poor Things style and set design, like really blew me away.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Before we started recording the podcast, you showed us you have a lightsaber behind you, which David also has a lightsaber behind you. So therefore, I could take it. Star Wars, like for both of us, is very important to you.
Yeah, I love Star Wars, man. Growing up, the original 3, and I was super into it, and then even the prequels. Went and saw all those movies when I was a little kid. Like that was such a good time. And then it's funny rewatching the prequels as an adult. It's a much different experience. I remember as a kid going to like the prequel movies, and like anytime they're doing the Senate stuff or like it's just dialogue, people talking, and they're talking about politics. I'm like, I was so tuned out. I'm like, when's the next lightsaber fight? When are they going to fly around in space? Right. And now I'm like, it's very interesting. And I like how George Lucas was tying so much of it like to like real world events. And it's pretty cool in that way. So I have an appreciation for the prequels. Obviously the first 3 are absolute classics, like just the best. And then Disney ruined it. So that's my personal opinion on it. Disney ruined Star Wars completely, except for Andor. They did something right there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I would throw Rogue One in there too.
So Rogue One, was that when the Disney merger happened?
Yeah, Rogue One was the first of the new trilogy, and I found it mildly entertaining.
It really? Okay.
But I found it mildly entertaining. And I was like, this at least captures the essence. Who directed that one? The guy that did Star Trek.
Who did Rogue One? It was, let's see, Gareth Edwards. Gareth
Oh,
Edwards.
not Rogue One. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about.
You're thinking of Force Awakens.
Rogue One was great.
Yeah.
Rogue
okay,
One was great. Yeah.
I was confused.
No, sorry. Force Awakens was what's his name? Abrams.
Yeah. So I agree. I
was completely talking about something wrong. Force Awakens, I was like, this is okay. I hope it improves. And it didn't. It only got worse.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, everyone has their own opinion. I remember going and seeing the second one. I don't remember what it's called.
Last Jedi.
Saw that on Christmas with my family when I was visiting my parents for Christmas. And our entire family was sitting in that theater like, what the hell is this? Is awful. And then after the movie, we were like, wow, that was so awful. What the hell was that casino sequence? What is going on? The casino planet. None of this is all ridiculous.
Yep.
And I've since found that there's two very different opinions on that movie. And I fall in the bucket of this is garbage. And then there's these people that are like, nope, the second one of the Disney trilogy is brilliant. It is like, whoa. And I don't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the third one. I couldn't go and watch it.
This guy likes the second one.
I don't.
My dear friend Cody Decker, is a former baseball player, and he does a lot of media stuff these days, and he's a bigger film buff than I am. And he was a theater kid in high school. He really loved it, and I remember arguing with him about it a little bit back around those times. But Rogue One. Awesome. Rogue One's great. And watching Rogue One, I finished Andor and then the next day watched Rogue One. And I was like, wow, it's even better.
No, it was incredible. We loved Rogue One at the time. Rogue One was early. We've been doing this podcast for way too long. We were doing the podcast during Rogue One. And I remember immediately being like, this is amazing. And I'm with you. The other ones have all been very kind of up and down. I've liked most of the TV shows though. I loved Andor. I love Ahsoka. I like a lot of The Mandalorian, but not all of The Mandalorian.
Skeleton Crew was really good.
Skeleton Crew was fun. So that was the Jude Law one, and with kids, it was Goonies meets Star Wars. So that one was kind of fun. And then we'll see where they go from here because they got a lot of other stuff cooking.
Did you watch the Obi-Wan one? Because I watched the Obi-Wan one.
Yeah, that was not good. Yeah, we didn't.
I think no. So maybe if you'll agree with us too. I think one of the things that I'm missing is that there's a flash of it in Rogue One, but there's this gap of time where I would love to see peak Vader. If you've read some of the books and you've read the comic, we haven't seen we've seen it in games. I saw it in what was the game? Jedi Survivor. Fallen Order.
You see Fallen Order and Survivor. Yeah, I love those games. Thing you can do I want them to make a mini series out of that.
Yeah.
The Cal Kestis story. Yeah, I love that storyline. I love those games. Those are great.
But I want to see peak. The only thing you can do with Darth Vader is run.
That's all Vader when he was in his prime of going around and just systematically eliminating the remaining Jedis,
or just planets in general, or just entire races.
Everything. Yeah. No, I thought it was sick, and I that was the thing that got me about. That was the thing that got me about Andor was really opening up the world. And I remember when I was going to start watching it, and we have another guy on the team that's a huge Star Wars buff, bigger than me, Richard Fitz. And I was talking about Star Wars. I was like, dude, I'm getting back into Star Wars. And we're talking about the prequels, and then I bring up Andor, and he's like, all right, Andor's really good, but keep in mind, there's no lightsabers. And I'm like, oh, what? No lightsabers? But then I watched it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is peak.
But sounds
Davey, sounds like we're gonna have to get Lucas and Richard Fitz on.
Oh, just a little roundtable discussion. But I do, and again, to that end, I think in the season 2 of Andor, there's one mention of the Emperor and maybe hinting at Vader, where they're like, hey, do you want to get these two involved? And the guy immediately backs up. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think, but it was just enough of that hint that
Oh, and they turned Mon Mothma into like one of the greatest characters in the history of Star Wars. She's like one of the most important characters in all Star Wars.
That's the thing. Like in the original trilogy, it's like Mon Mothma's like standing there in the background,
Yes,
and she's like the leader of the rebellion, like political leader of the rebellion.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't even know who that character was,
right?
Like because we're focused on the hero story of Luke and all that, and oh God, she did such a wonderful job. That actress, oh my goodness,
she was so good. And what was amazing about that, and we talked about this during our Andor stuff, was that
she was in one of the, I think she was in episode 3 in like a deleted scene.
100%. She
I saw that.
Actress is Genevieve O'Reilly, I think.
Genevieve O'Reilly,
was in a deleted scene back in 2005 for Revenge of the Sith, and they brought her back for like the new trilogy as well as like a leading role in Andor.
Yeah, and she killed it.
Yeah, she was awesome. She was great.
The scene where she gets drunk and she's like dancing around, like it was just so like,
I know.
I wasn't expecting that from Star Wars, let alone Disney Star Wars. You know, I was like blown away.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
But not only that, they're like, hey, we're making a prequel to Andor, to Rogue One, which is already a prequel to the first Star Wars movie. And it's going to be like 20 episodes. Like, how are they possibly going to fill 24 hours worth of stuff? And they did. And I wanted more. And it was great. And they even like left it kind of open-ended to even like revisiting some of those characters, you know, like with Bix and like her, like her kid's going to be.
Yeah.
There was
I don't know if I was reading like some internet BS or what, but they wanted to do more, but there's like this conversation where they're like, we can't, because there's like, you know, there could have been more expeditions Andor went on, and they could have, you know, the third season was like 3 episodes 1 year later, 3 episodes 1 year later, 3 episodes 1 year later. It's like they originally wanted to do more. They wanted it to be like 4 seasons or even 5 seasons. But then they were like, we can't do this because you guys are going to age, and you're going to like age out of how you look in the movie. So I don't know if that's real or not. It would have been.
Yeah.
No, it was funny because what I was going to say is like someone asked me who hadn't seen, they watched Andor. I'm like, do you have to watch all of Star Wars to get Andor? And I was like, not really. Like there's some things you're going to miss. You can still appreciate the show. They're like, great. And then after they're like, oh, that was amazing. Like, do you think they're going to make a season 3? And I didn't have the heart to tell the person that like,
it's a movie.
No,
the movie. Watch the movie. See what happens. Let us know.
No, I don't think they're going to do season 3. Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's what makes that's the one of the. I don't know if it's like the final scene before the credit rolls in Andor is Bix on the planet.
Yeah.
Is it the final scene? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It like brings so much gravity to that, you know? It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah. No, they did a great job with that. That was awesome. Dave, you got any more questions? You good?
So I think you answered it. The one question I had is like, you didn't have to name the person, but is there like a bigger dork in the clubhouse other than you? And I think you answered it.
Might be Fitz. Fitz loves Star Wars that much. Star Wars and Marvel are the keys to being a hashtag dork. So it might be Fitz.
I got nothing. I know nothing. Good thing you didn't bring up Marvel because I have what is they call it? Superhero fatigue.
Yeah, superhero fatigue. Yep.
I don't like it, and it's like now they're even trying. The studio is like trying to make good movies now, and it's not working. Or it's like not.
They have a good batting average this year.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like the movies are actually like good films now. They're putting more effort in than just like doing CGI spectacle and like know little one-liner jokokes.
Yeah, there was a while where it got bad. You're right. It was a dark period.
No.
For me, it was one of the Avengers movies, Avengers Endgame, I think. It was like 3 hours long, and I think I might have been in the big leagues when that came out. I just feel like we were in Kansas City.
It was 2019. It was 2019, I think.
Okay, so I was in the big leagues, and we were like in Kansas City, and a bunch of guys on the team. It was like an off day or something, and like, let's go see Avengers Endgame. I'm like, all right, I'll go, and I fell asleep.
This was going so well, and if you're gonna
the flashing colors and everyone's flying around and explosions. Like,
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, okay. Like,
sorry, it wasn't the Florida project for you. It was,
I never got into it. It's something I argue with my brother about because he goes and sees all of them, and he was saying, no, like this year, like I don't remember the names of them.
Thunderbolts was good. I think you would like
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
He was saying Thunderbolts and whatever this new one and this, and it's no, they're doing a much better job. I'm like, I don't know. But on the flip side, like I really loved the Penguin, but that's not superhero stuff. Like that's different.
Right.
I actually did like the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like when things are like darker and just nasty. There's something about that gets me. So
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. All good. All right. Well, Lucas Giolito, if you guys listening are looking for Lucas on Wednesday, he'll be at Fenway Park on the mound pitching for the Red Sox against the A's. Thanks so much for the time. We'll have to do this again if you want, but this was great. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is the least amount of baseball questions I've ever gotten on a podcast, so it's like awesome.
I felt bad even asking you about baseball movies. I was like, let's keep it all. Let's keep it all.
I have strong opinions on baseball movies too. I think the Sandlot is not good, and that's like a big contentious thing whenever I bring that up in the clubhouse.
Wow.
Can you get one reason why? Can you just tell one reason? I got to know one reason why.
I didn't vibe with like the flow of the story. It felt like very plotless. And I didn't enjoy the child acting.
Okay.
Like that much.
That's a big, if the child actors stink, that's going to ruin the movie no matter how good it is. You're right.
How would you pitch to Benny the Jet? Would you go up and in? How would you pitch to him?
Oh, that's my last question. I got one more question before you answer that.
I'm chilling. I'll do 100 more. I don't care. Benny the Jet.
He was good. He ended up playing for the Dodgers.
He went and played for the Dodgers.
He stole home for the Dodgers, so obviously he was a good player.
He was like a speed utility guy, though, right?
Yes, he was a speed guy.
Then it's going to be he hit righty. He hit righty.
Yes, I believe he did.
Yep. It's going to be fastballs in. Fastballs in to set up the slider down away. And finish. I'm going to try and finish. I want to swing and miss the finish. It's going to be like elevated heater. For me, it's like if I've never faced a guy before, it's going to be a good amount of fastballs as long as I have good feel for it that day. Like if I have good command, I know where it's going. I have some good life to it. Like, and I have never faced a guy before. It's like, let's see how you're reacting to my fastball. If you're late, I want to keep throwing it, maybe mix in something else just to change it up. But we want to finish you there. That's how I would do it with him.
I like it.
So to kick flip off of that. So my question is, what fictional baseball player or historical baseball player, go it anyway, would you throw at? Like immediately hit him right in the back, like right between the numbers. It could be a child. If you'd like, but
any of the kids from the Sandlot,
who are you drilling like right in the back?
Yeah. Oh, the nerdy kid in the Sandlot that did like secret sexual assault.
Squints.
Oh, Squints. Squints.
Yeah, Squints.
Yeah.
Now he wound up marrying Wendy Peppercorn, so that
he did.
I know. I was just making a bad joke.
I don't know if that doesn't make it okay, right? But I don't know. But
that's pretty good.
Throwing at Squints, he's got a mouth on him too.
I feel like Pedro Serrano, like the book is kind of out on him. You just got to go all kind of curved. You can't throw him the heater.
You spin to win Pedro Serrano.
Yep.
I don't think there's that many. There's not many baseball movie characters that have pissed me off that bad.
Henry Rowengartner, he got an at bat for the Cubs, the Rookie of the Year. I'd throw at him too.
He did, yeah. I mean, he's 10 years old.
Don't tell me pitcher's got a big butt. I'm going to throw at you.
That's nonsense.
Oh, that's a funny scene where he's like standing in the very back corner.
Yeah. And then years later, he was going out with Tara Reid in American Pie, so it worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah. You guys know Pete Crow Armstrong's mother is an actress. Okay, you know that whole thing. She was in that baseball movie about
Little Big League.
Yeah, Little Big League.
She's in the big league.
Yeah, her mom and my mom are friends.
Oh, no kidding.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
They worked together somewhere. I don't remember where. Or they just knew each other in the industry.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, dude, a pleasure. Would love to do it again. Thanks for coming on. Good luck the rest of the way, baseball wise. And anytime you want to talk movies or TV, you are welcome here.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it was a blast.
All right, awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
The Hashtag Dork Podcast.